Let's talk about corporate training. For a lot of companies, it feels like this massive expense that, let's be honest, doesn't always hit the mark. But what if AI could just completely flip the script? Today, we're diving into a really big question. Is AI just another tool in the training toolbox, or is it building a whole new ecosystem? Let's get into it.
So first things first, let's ask the question that I'm sure is on your mind, especially if you've ever had to sit through one of those mandatory training sessions. Is the whole system just, broken? For so many people, it feels slow, it feels expensive, and frankly, a lot of it is pretty forgettable.
Okay, let's start with a number that is pretty much impossible to ignore. 80%. That is the average cost reduction some companies are seeing by bringing AI into their training. I mean, a number that big forces you to ask, what have we been doing all these years? But cost is only half the story.
Right? Because what's the point if nobody remembers what they learned? Well, get this. AI-powered systems are reporting learner retention rates as high as 95%. Just think about that for a second. Training that costs 80% less, but is almost 100% memorable. Now that is a game-changing promise, and it's forcing everyone to pay attention.
When you see numbers like that, it's pretty clear it's time to rethink the entire approach. The old way of doing things isn't just a little outdated, it's becoming a serious liability. And this is what we call the training trap. You've got costs that just keep climbing, while the stuff people actually remember from the training keeps dropping. Then you throw in the massive administrative headache of tracking everything, and what you're left with is a giant drain on the company's time, money, and energy.
So how in the world do we get out of this trap? Well, let's start by looking at the first solution, which is all about putting a powerful new tool right into the hands of the people who actually create the training.
And that brings us to CourseBox. Okay, think of it like this. If your old way of building a course was like using a hammer and a handsaw, CourseBox is like being handed a full set of the most advanced AI-powered tools you can imagine. It's a platform built to let pretty much anyone, no matter their tech skills, build a super professional course right from scratch.
And the process itself, it's incredibly simple. You just feed it your existing stuff, a Word doc, a PowerPoint, even just a link to a website. Then the AI gets to work and drafts the entire course for you, complete with outlines, quizzes, the whole shebang. All that's left for you is to tweak it, customize it, and hit launch. The big idea here, we're talking about creating courses in minutes, not months.
And this is where it gets really, really cool. You can literally turn a simple script into a full video with an AI presenter. No film crew needed. You can automate all the grading based on a rubric that you set up. You can even get an AI chatbot that's been trained on your course material to answer student questions, 24/7. This isn't just a little help. This is serious next-level automation.
And look, this isn't just theory. Don't just take my word for it. Here's a quote from Julie Holliday over at Hit Essay Training. CourseBox is 1,000 times faster. It has helped us scale our online learning to the next level. That's the real-world impact we're talking about. It's a total game changer.
Okay, so having a powerful tool is definitely one approach, but what if you don't want to build the house yourself, even with the best tools? What if you could just hire a master contractor to manage the entire project for you with a guarantee? Well, that brings us to a completely different model. Meet Mariba Media. They represent a totally different way of thinking. See, they're not selling you the power tools. They are the full-service contractor. They come in, they build your entire training infrastructure from the ground up, all powered by AI, and they do it on a completely performance-based model. And their business model is honestly fascinating. There are zero upfront fees, none. Instead, what they do is take a 35% share of the verified annual savings they generate for your company. This means your business keeps the other 65%, and you only pay them after they've delivered real, measurable results.
So yeah, this model is genuinely zero risk for the company. No upfront costs, no getting locked into fixed contracts, and you can train as many people as you want. Mariba Media handles everything, from converting your old content to optimizing the whole system, which means their success is literally tied to your savings.
So what we have here are two really powerful but very different models, right? You've got the do-it-yourself tool, and then you have the done-for-you service. It's the set of power tools versus the master contractor.
And that leads us to the really obvious question, doesn't it? Which one should a company choose? Do you empower your internal team with an amazing tool like CourseBox, or do you just outsource the whole transformation to a provider like Mariba Media?
But what if that's not the right way to be looking at this at all? What if we've been asking the completely wrong question?
Because here's the twist. They aren't competitors. They're partners.
Think about it. The master contractor always uses the best tools available to build the house.
In fact, Mariba Media's secret sauce is its strategic alliance with the best tech out there. And guess who their key partner is for intelligent curriculum development? You got it, Coursebox.ai. The service provider uses the power of the tool to deliver its guaranteed results. It all works together.
So what this really means is that there are two clear paths forward into the future of AI-powered training. And it really just all comes down to what your organization needs right now. And this really clarifies those two paths. If you've got a great in-house team that you want to supercharge, you subscribe to Coursebox the tool. But if you're looking for a full enterprise-wide transformation with a guaranteed return on investment, you partner with Mariba Media, the contractor who, by the way, leverages amazing tools like Coursebox to get the job done.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap. First, AI is here, and it is fundamentally fixing the biggest headaches in corporate training, like costs and engagement. Second, you've got a choice. You can adopt a DIY tool like Coursebox to empower your own team. Third, you can go for a risk-free, full-service transformation with a partner like Mariba. And maybe most importantly, the future isn't about one versus the other. It's about a powerful ecosystem where tools and service providers work together.
And that really just leaves us with one last thought to chew on. When training becomes this efficient, this effective, and this accessible, it stops being just another costly requirement you have to check off a list. It becomes a genuine strategic advantage that can actually drive growth. So what does your organization look like in that future?